We start tonight with the breakdown, and the man accused of planning to kill President Trump pleaded not guilty today to multiple federal charges. Good evening to you. I'm Scott Thuman.
And I'm Michelle Marsh. Cole Allen is facing 4 felony charges after he allegedly traveled across the country to target administration officials at the White House Correspondents Dinner. Our Rebecca Turco is picking up our continuing coverage on his court appearance. Yeah, Rebecca, the plea is in. And now Allen's public defenders want the U.S. attorney and acting AG off the case. Why is that?
Well, they're arguing it's a potential conflict of interest here because the officials were there that night, so they could be considered victims or witnesses. Cole Allen has pleaded not guilty as his public defenders call for DOJ members, including top brass, to be recused from the case, arguing their involvement goes against DOJ regulations for preventing conflict of interest, perceived or otherwise.
So I think it's unlikely that the judge recuses them the case.
John Fishwick is a former U.S. attorney for the Western District of Virginia.
I think DOJ's response is going to be there were hundreds of folks there that night.
But the defense is arguing U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro and acting AG Todd Blanche may be named victims or witnesses because they were there and because of their roles in the Trump administration.
Make no mistake, he says, I am targeting the administration officials.
Prosecutors say this surveillance video shows Cole Allen shoot a Secret Service officer as he ran toward the ballroom where the president and more than 2,000 guests were gathered. The defense says the government hasn't ruled out charging Allen with offenses against members of the Trump administration. Allen's attorneys are also pointing to Pirro's decades-long friendship with the president.
They're going to have to show that somehow, this friendship is impeding her judgment or impeding the way that she's treating this case, and that she's in fact treating it differently than other cases because of that friendship. I don't think they've made that showing so far.
So today, the judge said he'd be surprised if Pirro or Blanche were legally considered victims based on the current charges. Scott?
All right, so Rebecca, obviously there's a lot to consider when so many people who are high-ranking officials are also potentially victims. What's next from here?
Well, prosecutors have until next Friday to respond to the defense's motion here, and then from there the defense gets a chance to respond to the prosecution's response, so to speak. And at this point, Allen isn't due back here in court until next month. We're live from U.S. District Court in Northwest D.C. Rebecca Turco, 7 News.
A grieving